All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Yeah. Sorry, we're still trying to figure it all out right now. There we go. All right, we're live now. Which is crazy. What it do? What it do, everyone? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Just starting to set everything up right now, as you guys can see. We're just trying to configure everything, make sure it's all going well. So, yeah, and then we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm glad we got Instagram up. I'm glad we got Twitch up, but we're still trying to figure out the whole YouTube thing right now, which I think we'll have to figure out on another day. But yes, welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. It is good to see everyone here. Hello, hello. Nice to see ya. What's good? Hold on, I'm just gonna set up this real quick. And yeah, welcome. We're gonna make a drum and bass song today, and we're gonna see how it all goes. So yeah, if you guys are watching, go check it out on Twitch. It's a lot better on Twitch. It's not just my face and just a screen here, but yeah, welcome. Throw on some headphones and let's get started. So when I'm making music, I really like to start out with a reference track, and this track has been on my mind like crazy. It's Break It Down with Emily Mackis, who is an immaculate singer, and Wilkinson, who is an immaculate producer, right? I absolutely love their stuff, and yeah, we're gonna use this as a reference track to kind of base our idea around. I really like to use this because it like helps give me a framework of what I'm doing, as well as gives you inspiration, right? Like you kind of really with music production, it's all about like getting on a roll, and I find like using I feel like using a reference track is a great way to kind of like help you get through those blocks. So we're just gonna analyze the arrangement of the song before we do anything. All right, so I got the intro right here. Take that hit intergalactic and we're long. Jump into the deep end, overflow. I gotta break it down. So yeah, you kind of see just sectioning off these kinds of things is a great way to give you like a framework for the track. Yeah, so right there they add that. I think I've listened to this crazy, but they add this crazy like that bass. So we'll do drop upgraded here. Drop upgrade. So we gotta add something at that section. Oh, sorry, this is more of the bass. Would this be the chord? Jump into the less work for us. I don't have to do anything. Yo, what it do? All right. How's it going, everyone? It's good to see you. I'm just gonna do a quick check-in. It is so cool seeing all you guys on the Instagram chat right now. Yeah, I love y'all. Thank you so much for streaming. This is sick as hell. But anyway, continuing on with the so yeah, they had that breakdown right there. Cool. So now we have looking at a full track kind of arrangement here. I mean, some people will argue to make an idea first before doing this. I like to do it like this because then it's like it gives me an idea of what I need to do for each section. I have a really bad tendency of getting caught up on a specific idea and then like pigeonholing on that specific section, and then it not ending up as good as I wanted to. So yeah, we're gonna just start out with this little intro section right here. So I'm just going to analyze the elements that we have here. So we got a nice little vocal. that's like our main melody. Then we kind of have like a background arpeggio going on. So I think that's actually what I'm going to start with, is the background arpeggio. And the way we're going to actually do that is super easy. We're just going to create chords. Oh, here we go. So we're going to create. And when I start a track off, I usually like to start off in the key of F, just because basses tend to sound really good in this section. And yeah, like I just kind of find that like the key of F is just what a lot of drum and bass producers actually produce in, because it sounds so good. Shumbo says, Coach, this is day one of asking for more dubstep D&B. All right, well, I mean, we'll see what we can do, but it's gonna be a little bit difficult. What software am I? I'm using Ableton right now, which is sick. Okay, that's not gonna work. That's a sub. So we're gonna start with the F key here, and each chord is about. So each chord is about 1 bar length. So we're gonna follow that procedure here. So one. Let's make the bass line first. And another kind of hack that I got here is we can turn everything to scale so that we don't actually have any wrong notes here. So we're gonna go here. I kind of wanna. So let's see if that works. Yeah, I mean that's like a pretty basic bass line we got here, but I kind of like that, and I'm just gonna extend this out here, and then we're gonna do. See if that sounds good as just a. It's a little boring. I kind of want a little bit more variation in this section right here. So we're actually just gonna go bum 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 bum. I want that to be same bum 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 bum. Actually, I kind of want to go lower. Yeah, there we go. So that has a really nice resolution. And the beautiful thing about this is now it's like it leads into that intro note very well. So yeah, okay, so we got a basic bass line, and we're gonna make some chords out of this. Oh, actually, before we do this, we're actually gonna put the bass line in the sub here. Cool. Actually, do they even have? No, there's not even any sub, so we don't even need this. But we are gonna make some chords out of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So we got that. And right now I'm just making the chords as we go. I'm kind of just guessing as to where, I mean, they're all going to fit wherever, but you kind of want to sit somewhere in the middle here for that middle chord. I know the top chord's always going to be 7 semitones up, or a perfect fifth. So we got this. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. I like that as a chord progression. And we're actually gonna make we're gonna add an arpeggiator on that to give it that that bum 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 bum. All right, so it's. I kind of want it to hit. Not a huge fan of that, actually. I might just have to do this manually. Anyways. That's like. Maybe just skip the arpeggio and just do the chords. I think the problem here is I'm not inspired by the sound because it's such a boring sound. So let's go find a pluck of some sort, or like a lead element right here. Leads and intros. Okay. That's kind of sounding cool. I like that. Let's actually fix this up a little bit too. I'm actually going to invert these so that... Oh, that's so funny. It's the same chord, just inverted. Ooh, I actually like that a lot. We're going to change that chord up too. So then that way we actually get a little bit more variation here. I'm actually going to change this chord up too. And now we have it. No, that's not what I want. Okay, I kind of like that as a chord progression. And then now we have... Cool. So now we've got that, and then... Yeah, we'll like that as a background. So now let's go find a vocal of some sort and kind of mess that up. Like a vocal melody. And don't worry, I'm not gonna like just drag a vocal in here and call it a day. We're gonna process it a little bit and make it a little bit fun. So, oh, you can't really hear that. All right, let's do this then. Now you should be able to hear this. There you go. Oh. What's up, 909? That's hilarious. I kind of want like little vocal stabs, you know? I kind of like that. Oh, I just want the vocal. Give me some like nice vocals. So right now, ooh, this could be fun. Let's see what we can do with this vocal here. And right now I'm just throwing it in here, color coding it so I know exactly where it is. Okay, cool. So I got a bit of an idea going. I'm not a huge fan of this second chord here, so I'm actually going to copy this. Yeah, alright, let's go with that. And we need some low-end information on this because this is not really holding on its own right now. So what we're gonna do is take the bass note of all this and let's maybe make a Reese with it, because I feel like a Reese would actually be a really good sound. Reese bass. Oh, that's too low. I'll put this in the bass section because it's a bass, of course. Yeah, and as you guys can kind of see, it's like every time I add something new, I try to keep it organized so that I'm not ending up with a crazy amount of just channels that I have no clue what's going on with. Alright. So I'll add that in the side. I mean, this is alright. This is kind of like a good start to an idea, and then.
Take that hit into galactic and we're long.
And then the vocal actually comes in there. So we should probably find another vocal that go from this pack. Usually when I find like a vocal I stick to that pack because then it's like it sounds relatively similar. So kind of a cool little technique there for y'all. Let's look up vocals in here because I know there's got to be some good vocals. I hope. I guess we don't have any good vocals really, so maybe let's look up a hook.
Hey, new phone, who this? I'ma pull up in a brand new whip. You go try me, that's real stupid. I sleep better when you're here.
Oh, see, that would be perfect. I kind of like. I want minor. Give me the minor key vocal loops. Alright. This is nice and like soft, but like, is that what we want to go for this one? Give me them vocals. It's a little like I like this, but it's like a little bit too quiet, so we're gonna have to keep looking.
Practice you.
Alright.
You treat me like practice.
Not a huge fan of the lyrics there. I don't want them wet either. Like I want dry vocals so that I can process them myself. But it looks like these are all processed. So back to the hunting board. And for me, I really like working with female vocals too. I just find it easier because they sit higher in the frequency. So that means you can have a lot more bass information. You have to worry about cutting out that fundamental, which is where a lot of that power. Oh, I love this vocal. Yeah. Yeah. I want dry vocals. Because we got a little processing trick for this.
Can somebody get me dancing around in my tight dress? Don't call me cause I caught rage.
I'm not a huge fan of these big old techno or tech house vocals. There's a lot of them feel cheesy.
So many hours we talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere. I'm tired of being alone. So many hours we talked on the phone.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm feeling that one. That one's pretty good. And then hopefully this kind of gives us a foundation for the next section.
I'm tired of being alone. So many hours we talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you.
Oh, it's weird. It's not where it's supposed to be.
I'm tired of being alone. So many hours we talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I
and then also what we're going to do here is because we have dry vocal, we're going to add our nifty vocal parallel chain. Or a vocal parallel processing chain. And this one's great because
I'm tired of it.
Because it like kind of gives you, it really brings it to life. Listen to the difference between this. So that's just like without the processing.
I'm tired of being
oh, it brings it right to life, you know what I mean?
We talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere.
One thing that I always find with this that I always forget to add is I need to sidechain compress the dry signal to the process signal so that when the vocal comes in, it's not competing against like things like the reverb and stuff. It's like when the reverb or when the vocal comes in, it like ducks the reverb, and then when the vocal comes out, the reverb comes back. I'll kind of show you what I mean by that because it's a little hard to visualize if you don't really know what I'm explaining. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm sending this dry vocal signal into the vocal chain here, and it's detecting it right here. And every time it goes over this threshold here now, it's gonna push down this slap reverb, this slap delay effect. And we're actually gonna do this for the reverb as well as the long reverb, and I think I have a couple delays that I need to do this for as well, because you know, with these like time-based effects and stuff, it can get really messy really fast if you're not careful. So
I'm tired of being alone. So
I might have killed that a little bit too much.
I'm tired of being alone. So many hours we talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere. I'm tired of being alone so many hours.
So, but yeah, so you can kind of hear here when the vocal drops. You get all that kind of like information that fills up this space, and it's great because now you have something that someone can listen to, and it's like there's not just this drop, it's silence. But I'm bring this out.
Of being alone so everywhere.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I'll do the long reverb too.
Yeah. I'm tired of
all right, sweet. So now we have.
I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere. I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I'm tired of being alone so many.
I'm honestly not a huge fan of the sound anymore. Yeah, just not feeling these chords. So maybe actually the answer isn't these chord stabs we have here. It's maybe we just add like a pad or something, because yeah, it's a little jarring now. I don't want that. Oh, I don't want that either. I kind of want this to be. There we go. Let's see if these guys have any good pads. I know. Aha, here we go. I kind of want this to go slower. Maybe it's just the chords themselves are not good. I'm not a huge fan of it. And I'm sorry, you guys. This process, like, it takes me about like half an hour to like really find and dig out a track. So there's gonna be a lot of deleting and trying out different ideas here. So maybe let's just find some chords here and then follow that. Oh, it's nice synths. Okay. That's not bad. It's a little out of key, but that's easily fixable. I'll bring this down 2 semitones, I think, because it's G sharp or G minor, and we want to go to F. Yeah, see, that feels a lot better than what I made, so. And then that's like great now, because now we have a basis for our track. And now we just gotta like dissect this essentially and figure out what's going on under the scene. So right now, first is like a C note, so we'll add the C here. Oh, that's.
I'm tired of being alone so.
Is it even right? Are we doing? Oh, it's C sharp. Is it C sharp though? Yeah.
Tired of being alone. I'm tired of being alone so.
Alright, that looks like it's higher up now. So that's D sharp. Sorry.
Tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be out there,
Yeah, okay.
but I miss you.
Alright, and okay, what's going on there? That is, oh, we're back to D sharp now. So it actually goes down like this. So it's a nice simple up down kind of pattern.
Tired of being alone so many hours.
Right.
We talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere. I'm tired of being.
And this is also like pretty low on the frequency spectrum, so we're gonna bring this up. We're gonna bring this up an octave. So now we have.
We talked on the phone, I try to be out there, but I miss you
And then we're gonna cross
everywhere.
these together. So we
I'm
got the
tired of
synth.
being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone, I try to be out there. Gone, take. I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone, I try to be out there,
I want the vocal to be a little
but
bit
I
louder
miss
because
you
it's sounding a
everywhere.
little quiet right now.
I'm tired of
Why is
being
the vocal
alone
thing
so
on?
many, but I miss you everywhere.
Something's really loud.
I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone, I try to be out there.
We're not worried about mixing or mastering right now. We're just trying to create an idea. Anyways, so we've got our section right here. There's not Okay, so now we need a new vocal section here. So we're just gonna go back to our vocal that we had. I don't remember which one it was. Is it this one? Oh yeah. So now we're looking for like a hook. Like a hook sort of deal. So something that's like really catchy, fun.
So I'll be strong. Time I'm gone. I'm free from the way that you.
That's not dry. Fuck. I really like that. That's a really groovy sound.
What do I tell her? Why every end is so I'll. We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? Now I'm ready to grow.
Okay. I like that melody, but I'm not a huge fan of like the premise of the vocal. And plus we got to make it make sense with this vocal.
Been alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be out there.
I mean, I guess cuz it's like a love song kind of deal.
We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think of?
Okay, that's not bad. Honestly, we'll just give it a go, just for the sake of continuing this track.
We had our ups and downs.
I'm gonna make
it's time to let it
here
go.
with this. So
Do
I
you
can
still think about us? Now I'm ready to grow. We had our ups and downs.
Okay, maybe
it's time to let it go.
No, I don't want to stop streaming yet. I'm still streaming. But so now we have. And now that I'm looking at this, now that we have, is this the same bass line as this though?
I'm tired of
And I think we need to add like a new chord section or something here, just something to like differentiate it from the verse. So we're gonna do this. Ba-da-da-da-da. Guys, we haven't even gotten to the exciting part. We're almost getting to the drop. So anyways, yeah, so we're gonna add this here, boom. And I feel like, yeah, we can kind of get creative here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. We gotta add something here. We gotta add some noise in here to make some sounds. Anyways, but yeah, at this point, I'm trying to create a chord section for this build up here. And we're gonna go to here because I do like the culture.
We had our ups and
Ooh, there's a lead. These are all leads though. Kinda pad. I'm not a huge. Okay, there we go. That sounded better.
We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about?
I actually kind of like that. Ooh, okay. Now we had the eureka moment here. So what I'm thinking here is we have the reason this intro, but I wanted to change it, and the first thing that kind of came to mind is like with the vocal that we have, I think this would be a perfect like dance floor track. So we're actually gonna go and get a mid bass and see if we can crack open this bad boy. Let's go to also the inverse audio guys. I think this 5X. Yeah, his pack is crazy. It's got some of the craziest basses and stuff in there. So boom. All right, that's cute. So we're gonna stick with that. We're gonna add some. There we go. We're gonna add some beef. Maybe change this up. Not that much, or maybe I want the compressor. Yeah, okay, we'll see how that sounds. But anyways, I gotta move these over because it's a single note shot. Dang, I gotta do it again.
We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? Now I'm ready to grow.
And then yeah, right there is where the build would come in. So let's find a build element. Build me up. All right. So we're just gonna find a nice like clap or something. Something just to give us a little foundation for this section because we haven't actually had any rhythmic elements yet. Sure, that'll work. I'm not being too picky about the sounds right now because I know later I'll sift through everything and make sure that we are good to go. All right, perfect. And then we want to put that.
We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think of?
Okay. Oh, also, I completely forgot to do this, but usually I put a little bit of distortion on my sub just to give it some harmonics here. And what I do to mix my bass and my sub really well is I'll bring this down to 150. Oops, 150. And then I'll cut this off at 150. So I'll put a high pass. So everything that's being all the bass information here is going above the 150 and all the sub information is going under 150. Well, if you see what ends up happening, is you get a really nice kind of crossover, which is phenomenal. And then, yeah, you get this great kind of full spectrum, but I feel like this could actually come down. Yeah, I want it to be a little bit lower to really kind of. You guys probably can't hear that right now if you're listening on a phone. Sub plus bass. So yeah. So we got. There we go. And now if we look at the frequency spectrum, yeah, we've got a super full frequency spectrum. I mean, we could probably do a little bit more mid bass here, so I'm actually gonna pump the sub up a little bit. And I'm just keeping an eye on the how loud it actually is. I mean, this is a pretty unconventional way for me to make a track. Usually I start with my drums and stuff, but like today we're doing a freebie here, so.
We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go.
Oh, I'm so dumb. The reason why it sounds off is because it's not even in key. So we have a C sharp here. So we're actually going to bring this up to F, I believe is the key that we're in. So if you go up 1, that's D, D sharp, E, F. So we're up 4 semitones here. I think it sounded good because it is kind of in key, but like not all.
We had our ups and downs. We had our ups. My phone, I try to be out there, but I miss you
Man, that's tough.
everywhere.
I kind of like that, but I want to bring the performance down so it kind of, at least the vocals sound like they're coming from the same person, because right now they do not sound that great. Let's see. So this is Nectar. This is a vocal processing thing. And is this a vocal? Yeah, it is. So we're going to actually do this. We know what the key is. It's going to be F minor. It is a higher register, but we do want to bring the performance down a little bit.
I try to be out there.
So.
Been alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. We had our ups and downs.
Oh, that sounds awful. So we're not gonna do that.
We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? I'm ready to grow.
Yeah, see?
We had our, but I miss our ups and downs.
So yeah, so this is sounding fairly similar now, like
miss you. Hours we talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere.
With this now.
We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? Now I'm ready to grow.
Yeah, okay, I like the way that sounds. It's like similar enough where we can get away with it, and like once we add up all the production and stuff as well, it's not really gonna matter. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. My God, I am so sorry I'm not being more active on the chat and just checking you guys out. Appreciate you guys, everyone's streaming and tuning in. This is wicked. This is the first time that we're doing this, so I didn't really have any expectations, but to see so many of you guys showing up is honestly an honor. So thank you guys, I appreciate it. So right now what I'm hearing is that the vocal is being overpowered by this right now. So it's time to let it go. How is it so loud? But like it sounds so quiet. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? Now I'm ready to grow. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to figure out why this thing is so loud. Ups and downs, ups and downs. It's time to let it go. I think we also need some like atmosphere here, so we're gonna go back to our trusted friend Splice over here and find some atmospheres, because I feel like these chords are pretty jarring. It's like the chords aren't really what I want people to focus on during this section. I want people to focus on the vocal, you know, I want people to like sing that vocal of that section. So okay, cool. Yeah, I can work with that. Kind of like a atmospheric vocal kind of vibe here. Put it in key. That sounds way better than our chords that we put in. And then to build the tension here, we'll do that. We'll double up or half the timing of that, and then half the timing once again here. And then booyakasha. We have a basic build now. And then speeds up a little bit. And then we'll cut everything out here because oh my goodness, this is turning into a fun track. And then I think we need a couple more build elements, so maybe we'll do actually, you know what, we'll move on because so first thing that I hear now that we have a groove is like a bwah, 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 bwah. That's the melody that I hear. So before we lose it, we're gonna add a little patch here, add some sound. Yeah, okay, that'll work. So now we gotta build our basic build, drop melody here. That's kind of what I heard in my head. It's just like an ascending pattern like that. It's really similar to what we did here, but instead it goes down instead of that like nice snaky thing. And here's where the real fun begins. This is where the song is actually going to start sounding like a song. Kind of been teasing you guys this entire time. But we are now finally working in building the drums, which is like half of drum and bass. You know, it's the drums in drum and bass. And so right now I'm just looking for a kick with a nice click. And then we're just gonna do that because that's how the drum and bass kicks are. It's just like a boom. There's a pause here, and then it goes on this. It slides off to the right a little bit, and that's kind of what gives it that like forward momentum and like kind of always pushing forward. All right, sweet. So now we have that. Let's go get a snare. Actually, I don't mind that one at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to boom, boom, boom. Okay, upon listening upon that, I'm not a huge fan of that snare anymore. And this is crucial, is one really crucial thing is just choosing the right sounds before you kind of move on in your process, because this will determine how easy it is to mix your track, is how well things just kind of fit together, right? I feel like the dance floor snares are not what I'm looking for right now, because none of them are really hitting me the way I want. So let's go to this. I mean, it might just be the bass patch that we have. I mean, that's already better though. That's kind of more where I want to go. Okay, we're gonna turn this off for now. We have the melody, but we're focused on the drums now. So we're gonna bring the snare out. Let's put the hats on. Booyakasha. Don't need the tom because we're not using toms today. And then yeah, it's just I think it's an 8th note hat on every single hit. Yeah, and then we have our basic drum and bass drums right there. Guys, we're like halfway done. No, we're not even close to being done. But anyways, one of the things that I like to do is just on the hat that hits on the snare, just kind of duck it a little bit so then you don't have a stacking of transients, which can like really, really hit the master hard when you get to that stage. And this is what I mean. It's just like being conscientious of things that you can take care of now during the process, rather than having to like go back and like try and fix it later. It's like, it's going to be a huge help. So we got that. And then usually you have the kick hitting here and then the snare hitting here. And then you have this kind of hat alone right here because there's another kick that hits right there. You kind of see the arrows there. The kick hits there, which means that this hat needs a little bit more oomph behind it. You know what I mean? Something just to give it like a little bit of more presence, because yeah, like that's an awesome sound because it's kind of like more of a texture than it is a hat. And then what ends up happening is you kind of fill up that space and it gives it that groove, that nice groove that we're looking for, you know? All right, sweet. So now we have our stuff. I'm just gonna go over here and work on the side. I have a side chain on the bass bus here, and then I'm going to put this side chain on the synths here as well. Okay, sweet. So now we have our basic drop drums and stuff. And then I'm actually going to go a step further and go grab a breakbeat. I'm adding like fills to add some. Perfect. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what kind of fill you get. I mean, it does to an extent. Like you want to have a good sounding fill, but it doesn't really matter. You can kind of do this with any fill. And what you're going to do is at the end of each bar here you're just going to add a little a little something there. You know, it doesn't really matter. It could be like, I like this like kind of open hat kick sound here. And then now you have something that ends this bar. And then now we need to put something on this bar right here. And I'm going to actually expand it a little bit more and make it a little bit more groovy there. And then from here, we'll just copy this one over for this bar. And then we're going to add another fill section there. And then, yeah, and then now we have like super groovy drums. Like this is kind of how I like to do things, because it's like you have your main pattern here, and then you have a little something just to like throw the listener off at the end of each bar. So it's like something new to listen to, which is super fun. And then I do like that, but I do need like a little bit more. Yeah, perfect. I'm not a huge, I thought I was a fan of that, but I'm not actually a huge fan of that. So we're going to switch it up a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. We are going with we could maybe even just do this ghost snare. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's like a little loud though. It's not how I don't want it that loud. I don't mind that actually. It's like a good bit of variation here. And then here is like where we really have fun with it and just expand the crap out of it. And then booyakasha, we've got our drums now, ladies and gentlemen. Woohoo! This is pretty cool. We got some cool stuff going on. Dude, watching the production side of your music is super interesting. Thanks for sticking around and watching the process. I mean, we're still in the early stages of this. Like, this is still just idea generation. I still really haven't like dug deep and like found like I'm still carving out the song essentially, right? Like, these are just ideas. Like, there's a good chance that like might switch out a lot of these things that we have going on. So, but I think we're now ready because we have our drums and now we need some bass. Because it's drum and bass, baby. But anyways, yeah, so we have this bass patch and we're going to add another one here because there's a technique called call and response that's really powerful in music, where you have one sound that will come in as like the main call, and then you'll have another sound that kind of responds. And the magic of this is the song feels like they're like talking to each other, and humans love conversation. And if you can make a conversation happen with noise, then you're in a really good spot. So we're going to find, so what, I don't even know. We got to find like a sound first that we want to like have as our core main idea or whatever. So we're going to go back to culture here. We'll do should we rock a foghorn? No, I don't think foghorn is the answer. I mean, it might be. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? Now ready to grow. That's actually. That's. I mean, I'm not mad at that. And then we need like you know what? I guess this is what we're gonna rock with, is the foghorn. Do I want it like? Okay, we do need to bring that up with the sub, but now we have our main idea, which is great. And honestly, like, we just need a response now. We need something like, and the way that I think about a response is that I want something that's going to be different from that initial lead here. So we've got that like really crazy lead going on, and I kind of want to open up the low the low end that we have here. And then I think I want like either like a triplet or like a 16th note, kind of like dot 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 dot, you know what I mean? Or like a dot 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 dot, something like that. So I need to find a sound that is going to be good, like kind of like something like that's like almost like a pluck, but like a longer pluck, you know? So that was crazy. Like down, 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 down. Oh, you know what? You know what I think we gotta do? I think we gotta get rid of this, and pull this here. I was wrong. Ha 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 ha. That was not what we wanted to do. That's also not what we wanted. Okay, well, this isn't working as well as I hope, so we're gonna hack our way through this real quick. I'm gonna freeze the track, and then we are going to flatten the track because there's like, I want this sound. Oh, was that? That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, maybe this isn't the right sound. It was a solid. Ooh, that could be fun. That's not, I don't mind that. Like, that's a kind of a cool layer. But I think we do need to bring this up and bring this down. Bring this one in. Because that's super abrasive and loud. And then like a blah 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 right there. So then we're gonna add another bass now. Well, I mean, we could just do that. Boom. Booyakasha. Delete all this crap that we don't need. Ha ha ha. I do need a sound here though. The reason why it's not working is because let's find wait, what was I what did I want again? I wanted like wop 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 wop. That's what I wanted. Like I want. No, I don't want that. Like, I got yeah, I like that. All right, hold up. Give me a second. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. We are back. How much time we got? It's only been 50 minutes since we started this idea, and it's like, yeah, that's not bad. I'm not a huge fan of that sound, to be honest. Not a huge fan of that sound either, to be honest. Like if that was faster. Yeah, that's not too bad. I do want that to be a little bit louder though, so we're gonna add a little distortion plugin or Ableton's amp. And I love the amp because it's got like a mono output feature, which means if you put the sound through the amp, you'll get a super distorted sound through the middle. And if you just have it on this another chain here, then you'll still keep that wide information. You do gotta be careful because you will introduce like phasing and stuff, and which might not sound the best. All right, let's see here. Okay. That's not too bad. I'm actually going to do that for this group as well because I feel like this doesn't have the oomph that I want it to. Now it's got too much oomph. Okay, well, maybe try putting this now. Maybe we'll try that, but we kind of just want to. Whoa! What happened there? And we want to make that the same as well. It sounds so much better low. This is like. Okay, anyways. We have our music film. Whoop, 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 whoop. And I feel like that needs to be a different sound because it's a little repetitive here. So maybe we'll find another foghorn that we like, something that's a little bit more fun, a little bit more interesting. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Because yeah, that one's like a really loud down the middle fog. Oh, I like that. All right, cool. And now we kind of have like a basic idea here. Yeah, like I like that sound, but it's like super loud down the middle, and like that's not what we want. So I'm just gonna actually maybe put a filter on it. I'm gonna put like a flange or something. And we can kind of play around with different settings here. Where do we want it? Alright, we're just kind of right now. I'm just like really just dicking around a little bit. I'm just trying to. Okay, that's actually sounding pretty good. Actually, let's try to bring this. See what happens when we bring it. No, that's too low. I think maybe let's bring one of these down. Oh, yes, this is. No, we want it to be that. That's too loud now, too. so now we have our basic idea for the drop. Let's just give a listen to, because sometimes we need to give context to what we're actually creating right now to get an idea of like what's going on now. Excuse me. By the way, I've got cats, so my allergies always kick in. I love them, but like they're brutal. So yeah, it's kind of a cool start to an idea, but I feel like
I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be
sounds out of
out
key.
there.
I am so dumb. This is definitely out of key.
I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the
So
phone.
because we brought that down, I'm actually gonna bring the neck up here. And bring that formant up because yeah, now it's sounding too low once I fixed it. No, it's a minor, F minor. Oh, that's probably why it was sounding super bad before. But yeah, we won't.
I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere. I'm tired of being alone so
I'm just gonna I wonder how powerful this is actually gonna be.
I'm tired of being alone so many hours.
That's way better.
I try to better ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us?
All right.
Now I'm ready to grow. We had our ups and downs.
Yeah, like as you guys can see, I've completely abandoned this. I've completely abandoned the reference track we were using because I finally got some inspiration, and now we're on a bit of a roll here. I do find that these vocals need a little bit of a push though, because I feel like they're a little bit quiet right now. So I figure we could add some fresh air to this, and fresh air is great. I love using this for vocals because it's like it's almost like a exciter where it adds information, but like it's just crisp, you know. It's a free plugin too, so if you guys are looking for vocals, let's make it. I would suggest grabbing this. So yeah, so that's that with it. It just like brings out brings out that little sparkle, you know, that little brightness that's really good.
But I miss you everywhere.
All right.
I'm tired of being alone so many ups and we had our ups and downs.
So now we're starting to get into it a little bit. I do feel like this section could really benefit from some like break loops or something. So let's do some tops. Like it just needs like something just to give it like a little bit of rhythm because it's not strong enough on its own right now. Yeah, something like that. Something nice and easy. Like a
I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere. I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be.
And then not bad. I kind of want some like break, like a break, or like some break beat. Yeah. Like not this aggressive, you know. I want. All right, back to our good old friend splice. Like I want like a high end break loop. So one with like lots of hats. You know what I mean? That's good, but it's like I just want like a hat loop, hat break. Let's see if we can find a hat break. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Maybe that doesn't exist. Maybe I'm crazy. So we're gonna go back to the break beats, see if we can find some. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, we need to create a new thingy here. So I'll keep these all organized so they're all in the same kind of vein here. Yeah, right? So that sounds great. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to have them come in slightly, like fade them in like this. So then they come in nice and slow. And then, yeah. Now we have a good like intro.
I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere.
Maybe we might just like bring a kick in here. Well, let's just add like a simple kick, like a.
I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be.
Honestly, screw it. We're gonna turn this into a full drum section because I'm crazy like that. Cause yeah, I feel like this section really could like use a little bit more life here. Yeah, we'll add some snaps here. Yeah. There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Miss you everywhere. We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go.
I feel like this is
About us. Now I'm ready to grow. We had our ups and
yeah,
downs.
that's where
It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? Now I'm ready.
So you guys will notice that when I did that, when I brought this down a semitone, it actually fixed up everything. Like the vocal now is really clear.
It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? Now I'm ready to grow.
Yeah, they got our claps here. And then I feel like we could actually even add some more build elements here.
Now I'm ready to grow.
And then now I'm listening back to the drop and it's like the context of the drop like doesn't make sense. Like I was clearly in another headspace when I was creating the drop. So I think there's some things that we need to like fix here. But like I think there's some sounds here that work, but I think we just need to fix this up. But my ADHD brain is going off. We need to find a build element of some sort. Like we got the clap, so maybe like a percussive build. Something just to like add it. I like that, but it already has a clap in it, so I don't want it to like stack on. So yeah, I think what I need is a snare roll actually. But I want to build, so snare roll, build. I find snare rolls like I like that, but it's like there's a kick underneath it, and I don't want any low end really. Yeah, that's something wicked.
We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think?
Let's see how these sound together. Again, I like the groove of that snare roll, but I'm not a huge fan of that the sound itself. So we're actually just gonna recreate it, but use our own snare. Yeah, that'll work. It's like we're looking for like a ghost snare or something that like will sit like under the clap. Okay. So is that it? Did I follow that right? So then we got that. I'm not bothering with putting thing here because we already have the cloud.
We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? Now I'm ready to grow.
Yeah, okay, sweet. Awesome. Oi, mate. Oh, Dr. Apollo, what's poppin', bro? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Anyways, yeah, so we've got
I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be out there.
Yeah, okay, I like this. Let's give it context now. Listen to it from the start, give it some context, and figure out what we want to do with the drop, because I think we have a good idea. I think it's just we need to meld the drop together now with what we're listening to. And that's what music is. It's just a lot of going back and forth and trying to figure out what the vibe is.
I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone.
I know this transition sounds a little rough right here, but we'll fix that up later. We're not to that point yet.
I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be out there.
I do like the sound of this so far, though.
We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? Now I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty catchy idea.
It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? Now I'm ready to grow.
I feel like we need like a little like something there, like a little bass stab or something. So we're gonna go back here. And you guys will see that like I'm bouncing between using samples and actually like presets and stuff. I find this workflow works great for being able to find exactly what you need. Because like obviously Splice, there's like so many options, but the problem is if you don't know what you're looking for, you'll spend hours trying to find the right sound. But if you know what you're looking for, then oh, I love that. You know what, we're just gonna take that because it's too good. But yeah, like what I was saying, the problem with Splice is like if you don't know what you're looking for, you can spend hours just looking for something that you don't even know what you need. But with if you know what you're doing, it can be like a super useful tool. So we need to bring this up to F. So we're gonna bring it, and it's at E flat, which is D sharp right now. So we're just gonna bring it up 2 semitones. Why does it sound so pin? Oh, it's because there's a kick there. If we take the kick out, it'll. Did we put too much? Yeah, maybe that isn't the right call here. Yeah, like the sounds aren't really like glued together right now, which is the problem. It's just the drop sounds super disjointed. Like we got tons of cool tracks or sounds here, but not the ones that we want. No, we're gonna do a different sound too because yeah, I think, yeah, just a horn is going to be one of the best bets to use here. And then we're going to bring this up 3 semitones because it's in the key of, E, so we just need to bring it 1. Yes, that sounds, that's it, ladies and gentlemen, we found it. I'm ready to grow. And then here, I'm not a huge fan of this sound that we have here. I feel like it needs something else. And I'm also not a huge fan. Like, I feel like we can find a better lead than this. It's like fun to have a foghorn or whatever, but like, oh, okay, maybe we do need a foghorn. Love that, but I want this to be louder. Does it need to be louder though? then I feel like we just bring the horn here again. Because it's like, horns are like a cheat code for, for music. They just always sound good. All right, and then we need to bring it up. How many semitones? So we're at F, and we need to bring it to G sharp. So I think that's 3. We're bringing it up 3? Yeah, that sounds right. Actually, this actually might be good because there's a bit of a lull here. I like that sound. But there's something about it that's like. Maybe we're just phasing it a little bit too much. Maybe too much phasing. We don't want that. Maybe we'll actually up the resonance here. Again, now I feel like I'm losing a lot of that high-end information. Maybe we do need to find a different sound. Like a nice long extended. Ooh, what's this? That's a roller. What if we just went with a simple Reese? Like maybe that'll be good. Like I want some Reese with some movement in it. Oh yeah, so I need to bring this over here, bring that here. That's not bad. And then I feel like it's boring. It needs something else. I'm like not entertained by it. This is the hard part about music production is like you get to a certain point where it's like, yeah, it's all fun and games. Oops. All right, we gotta go back live on Instagram because we accidentally cut it short. Are we back? Oh, we never left. Never mind. Disregard what I just said. Yeah, so right now. Oh, okay. That's not bad. I don't mind that groove. And then, yeah, we just repeat that. And then we have our track. Just kidding. This is nowhere near done. But what we can be sure of is now we have a better idea to go off of. Yeah, I really like that. And then maybe we'll fix the sub 2 here because I want to have like a little break in that before that next. Yeah. Which probably means I'll need to do that for this one as well. Ha ha ha. So what we're gonna do is bring this. Oh, actually, we're just gonna copy both of these. And then. And now we gotta find something to upgrade the drop with here. Because in the reference track, like this is all good and said and done here, but now we need to find another way to make this. We have this little drop upgrade here. We need to upgrade the drop somehow to make it interesting so people don't get bored of our track. So one thing that I love to do is like take out all the drums in the first bar. Because then you kind of get this like, maybe like, bring it up. No. That's like a menacing sound. Oh my god. I don't think it's the right sound. I think we need a completely new sound. But it's fine. Because I think now we get to find a new sound for this. Where does this go? Frequency, EQ. Is this going to like? It feels like it's going to like like one of these. I think that's gonna be the answer though. Is just like really. Yeah, I like that. Like it adds a lot of tension when you go out of key, like, or not out of key, but you bend the pitch. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of these sounds have the same rhythm, so it kind of like makes this drop a little stagnant. But before we do that, I'm actually just gonna add another top loop, or like double the speed of the hats essentially. Yeah, something like that. Copy that. Yeah, I like kind of where this is going. But I want something like that where it's like a little bit. A little bit more in the background. And then we'll go top here. And I'm actually going to start doing a little bit of mixing because I really want those hats to pop out a little bit. And I use this trick called parallel compression, where you have one signal that's super compressed and then you have a dry signal. But what you do is you just smash the compressor as much as you can. And I like using this thing called Purple Audio. You can get it through Plugin Alliance. It's a wicked compressor. I use it for like all my drums. And what ends up happening is, yeah, you get this super compressed signal. But the best thing about this is like you create so much perceived volume, even though, I might be. So we're hitting like negative 4.3. And now we're hitting 5 with that, which is not good. So we're gonna add a little soft clipper. And essentially what a soft clipper is, it's like a limiter. But instead of like cutting off the volume, it like puts it back into itself as distortion. So yeah, like listen to how the difference in how loud this is versus that, and we're hitting lower now. I don't think it needs to be that loud though. Also, for another trick too is that with basses I usually do a hard cut or like a high cut at 10k or so that those hats aren't competing against the basses, because realistically it's like if you just listen to the bass, there's like you like lose a little bit of high-end information there, but it's like that can be, there's a lot of things that you can do to kind of like fill in that gap, so to speak. Hey, what's up, Kotek? Okay, give me 1 second here. I feel like I need to bump up the volume of my headphones before I keep going, because yeah. There we go. I think that sounded a little bit better. Yeah, so I think the problem that I'm hearing now is that these sounds sound too similar to this. So one of these needs to change. I also gotta check the sub now because the sub sounds super loud. Yeah, I think we can bring the sub back a little bit. Usually for me, I find a good relationship from my kick to sub is like usually my kicks hit at -9. That's kind of how I have my projects set at. And I try to have the sub hit like -5 dB lower so that, and that tends to be a good ratio for me. Yeah, I kind of want this to be like elongated, like, because I want this to be more similar to this. So we're actually going to keep this stuff, and then I want to see if we can just like, there's so much going on in this. Okay, but now I'm feeling like we have a bit more of a call and response because we have this like long drawn out call. And then we kind of have like a rhythmic response here. And then another long drawn out call. I do feel like it is kind of, I kind of feel like one of these synths is like a little high though. Yeah. Okay, sweet. And you know what the crazy thing is now that we have all this stuff, we can literally just copy paste it here because it's the same. And I'll send the drop upgrade here, boom. And then all we got to do now is create a breakdown and then we'll have a full track. How crazy is that, guy? Well, I mean, we won't have a full track, but we will have a foundation for a track, which we'll need to mix and master. We'll have a demo essentially, which will be good. So, oh my God, that's super loud. I'm sorry for everyone's ear holes. Okay, so I think what we can carry over here is this and the drums. The drums will be good here. And then we need a new pattern or like something. Oh. Oh my God, I forgot about this little mini breakdown right here. So it's like they essentially made a second drop here. And we totally didn't do that. But what I am going to do here is I am going to make this section kind of breakdown. And I love doing, I love doing dance floor basses for breakdowns. Like they just tend to have a lot less, they're easy to make, and there's not a lot of, you really have to do. Like we already have our drums here, so we just need to add this and then maybe add like a vocal or something over top of it, and then it's like we have a breakdown, which is great. So we're gonna go back to our our IA presets. This has got to be one of my favorite presets. He recreated Sub Focus's remix of So Much in Love, like the bass, and it's like so it's like perfect. Like we've got a breakdown now. And then maybe we'll bring this vocal back because we don't have the verse anymore.
I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone, I tried. I'm tired.
And then I feel like we need something.
I'm tired of being alone so
that actually leads really well into that section. And then we'll have that breakdown here. I'll bring that pop up. I kind of want this to be like a, oh, you guys are in for a treat today. We're gonna show you one of my techniques that I love using. It's actually not a crazy, not special technique or anything, but I love doing this because it creates so much movement in the tracks. It might be a personal thing, like it might just be because I love the way this sounds. I also came from like a future bass background where this is like really popular, but we're gonna create a stutter with the bass and see what happens. And then we're gonna go, so I just put a stutter on here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna have it go through Serum Effects. We have the audio go in, and then we're gonna do that. We have voice ooh, actually, you know what? I think we're gonna actually have to flatten this into audio first. So freeze track. Give it the time it needs to freeze. Flatten this bad boy. So then we have audio files, which is perfect. And now we're gonna slap this on. So now what's going on is Serum is taking that sound, putting it through this noise oscillator, and now we have control of the volume, and we can shape it as such. So now we've got this really cool, and we can change. Cool. And I think what I want to do is I don't want it to be BPM. I kind of want to be able to control the rate of this because that's what's going to give it a lot of movement. So and then we're going to get fun with it. I'm going to change this a little bit because I feel like we lost a lot of. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to do some processing on this to really make it dope, because I feel like the problem with the stutter is you lose a lot of information. Oh, that's too loud. You end up losing a lot of information from doing it, and a lot of like amplitude, but the signal still sounds the same because you're still hitting the same volume through the synth. But so you can actually, so what we're gonna do here is actually compensate for some of that volume loss. And then bring that in. And I also want to add a chorus to give it some width here, because this is the last drop of the track. You probably can't hear that right now, but you just kind of like put some like information on the sides of your ears to make the sound be like, instead of it being like right in your face, it's like kind of comes at you as like a wall. I actually wonder if we just did it like this, if that would work. Or even slower? Almost. Almost there. That's not bad. I honestly still don't think this is going to be enough to suffice as a second drop. Like, we'll soften. We're still going to have to add some more things here and there. But yeah, here we go. This is kind of just like a basic arrangement that we have. And we have a lot of our main ideas now, which is great because now we can kind of play around. And yeah, see how it goes. I honestly, like, this track is like, it's a cool idea for sure. I will give it that. But it still needs a lot of work to like bring it to that level where it's gonna be fucking sick. Parallax, by the way, this is Fruity Loops for you. What's up, Bass Ventura? It's good to see you. Alright, let's just give a listen, see if any other ideas come up.
Tired of being alone so many hours.
I feel like this is still out of key. Is this? I mean, we brought it down 2 semitones, right? Oh, it needs to go down 3. Oh, I'm so silly. There we go. Let's bring you down to 3 then. Oh, that sounds so much better. It's time to let it go. Okay, now the vocals are really loud. I'm ready to grow. Anyway, sorry, we gotta listen. Anyway, so we're gonna start doing some more transitional effects now because we have our entire arrangement. We have our main ideas now, which is great. So let's start adding some sweeps because I feel like right now it's like the sections themselves are very jarring and they don't really flow well together. So we're just gonna start by adding. We've got to find a sweep that's like in key. Perfect. And here's the thing, guys. It's like once you don't need to stack like a crazy amount of like sweeps on top of each other. Like, you just gotta find the right one. That's literally all you need. All you need is that. We're gonna do the same thing over here. You can honestly probably just do that. And then I'm tired of being alone so many hours. I'm tired of being alone so many hours. There we go. So we got a bit of transitional effects here now. This is kind of just like a whitewash throughout the whole track. I'm actually going to layer it with a really long like crash. No, I don't want that. I want a crash. Give me that. I want like a long crash. Yeah, something like that. And we're just going to do the same thing. Like just... I'm tired of being alone so many. Perfect. And then we'll maybe put one over here. And we'll just repeat that. Boom. Booyah. And then put that here. I'm tired of being alone so many hours. Talked on the phone, I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere. Miss you everywhere. Miss you everywhere. I'm tired of being. Cool, awesome. And then one other thing that we kind of gotta like worry, or one thing that like really helps with transitioning with these kind of things is like doing like a reverb throw on the vocal, and then having it kind of bleed in. I'll show you guys what I mean by this. So we're gonna turn this back into resampling. So essentially all the information is gonna be going through this. We're gonna solo this track, do that. Honestly, this might even work because there's like a break there. Yeah, that's actually, never mind. I mean, I'll show you guys what I was gonna plan to do, what I was planning to do anyways, but. So essentially what we do is we have a recording here. Oh, but we went to. Oopsies. So we're gonna just put a reverb on like with a crazy decay on it, and record that. Boom. And perfect. Now, essentially what this does is it creates a, almost like a reverse vocal thing we can add here. The reason why I said it might not work is because um, there's that little gap here. But like, I mean, we can give it a go and see how it sounds. But I might have made a mistake here, which is okay because this is a place of learning and we're here to make mistakes. That actually doesn't, that's not bad at all. I'm not mad at that. I'm sorry, I'm just hearing. I'm tired of being alone so many hours. Okay, sweet. So I'm gonna just put that there. I'm tired of being alone. Maybe we'll put it in here too, you know? Yeah, we'll do like the same thing that we had with the reverse symbols and stuff. We'll do that. Let's see what that sounds like. I like that for that section a lot better, where it's like kind of like a wash. And then what really kind of like takes me off of this track right now is that's too low. It's a bit abrasive, like the I feel like I want as that's really loud. I almost want this to kind of like come in like a little softer. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like how that kind of develops out. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? I'm ready to grow. Okay. And then I feel like, yeah, we can get a little more creative here with this patch. Because I like that wompy sound, but I don't like how it just repeats the same thing over and over and over again. Because this is not what we're going. We're going for variety, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. Oh, don't need that. We can get rid of these and this. So I do like, maybe we even just like bring it up like. Slower, maybe? Maybe. I'll see how this goes. I do like that a lot. I feel like, yeah, okay, now that we have, it just needs a little bit more variety here, right? So kind of like what we did here with the fills and stuff, how we had every bar have like kind of a different thing. I kind of want to do that in the context of this. So I want this, I like the way that 4 bar sounds because it's different, right? Yeah, that's not bad. And then, I want that to be a little bit different. And then I feel like maybe we just find something else for this section right here, because what note are we hitting? Oh, D sharp. Yeah, I'm sure we could find a wicked D sharp kind of bass fill. And D sharp minor, key D. I guess we'll do D flat. Is it D? No, it's E flat. That's what we're looking for. That could be fun. But we'll find out. We gotta... Is that the right... Gotta warp that a little bit. Let's see, what's the sub hitting here? No, that doesn't really fit there. I like the sound, but should we do like a maybe do a refill here? I feel like maybe a refill might be the play. Alright. Lots of fun Reese's here. Yeah, that could be fun. It fits right there too. We'll do 172 here, and then half that. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. I feel like we need more grit on this bad boy, but we can definitely make this work. We got an F minor. Ba-da-da-da. Okay, that's kind of what we gotta change that to. And then I need to cheat and look at the frequency and see what's going on. So we have low F, and then it goes to C sharp, and then B. Okay, so low F, up to C sharp, up to B. Kind of sounds like that. There we go. So now we have like a little bit of variety of this drop here. Sorry, I stopped talking for a little bit, but... Okay, ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. We will get filthier with this track. It's just we still gotta wait a little bit. Y'all are jumping the gun here. We're still trying to get a foundation going. Whoop, 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 whoop. I love that. It's kind of like a roller almost. Oh, that sounds not great. It sounds so weak compared to the rest of the track. So we're going to bring back this amp and do our little technique here. Except this time I'm going to mono the... We're going to mono that, not the automation, but like the dry signal, and then the amp is going to be dual, which means it's going to be wide. So if you listen to the super wide, super fun. And then just kind of trying to balance this out. I do think it does. Yeah, that sounds a little bit more. That sounds a little bit more balanced. But now this sounds super not weak. So yeah, now I've kind of gotten to a point where it's like everything's starting to fit together. Ooh, actually, that kind of gave me an idea. Let's do auto pan. And then what was I planning on doing here? Was it this? That's the movement that I'm gonna go for here. And then yeah, I don't want to destroy that. I kind of just want to have like another layer on top, kind of moving the synth up and down. Oops. So we'll bring these down, -5, -5. All right. And then we have the frequency. So yeah, it kind of just creates a little bit of movement in that bass there. And then yeah, we kind of need to fill this space with something new. But I feel like oh, and then for this section, I kind of want to have like another, like it feels a little empty with the breakdown. But we do need to do this first. It doesn't feel right there. I don't want to Reese fill. I kind of want to. Maybe we can just have that as like the second thing here. And we just change a couple parameters on this bass. Like maybe just like have it go. No. Yeah, I don't mind that. All right. What's this? And then we'll put a little OTT on that bad boy, because we like a little bit of compression. Oh, I don't want that one though. I want the OG Ableton OTT. Bring out some of that detail. But I just want to be careful because I don't want to kill the. You don't want to kill the dynamics, and like the problem with like OTT is like if you overdo it, then a lot of your basses will sound flat or just won't have that like. It just doesn't sound as good. So it's a balancing game. I mean, I'm not too concerned with it right now because we're just vibing. Sweet, not bad. And then we'll just repeat this. And then yeah, we have our track. And what time is it right now? It's 10:51. I was planning on doing a 2-hour session with this, so I think we'll wrap it up pretty soon. But yeah, it's kind of like my workflow for how to create a track from start to finish. Whether I actually end up releasing this track or not totally depends on whether I put more work and actually finish it. But I am pretty happy with the way that things went here, considering I didn't really have a plan going into it. But yeah, thanks guys so much for sticking around and streaming and hanging out. This is super wicked, super fun. So let's just do a final listen through and see how we are with our thing. What up? Big up from Vancouver, Kiri Sommer too. Good to see ya. Thanks for joining the chat. What it do?
tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere. I'm tired of being alone so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere. We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? Now I'm ready to grow. We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? Now I'm ready to grow.
Not bad. I really do like that sound. Okay, this is kind of cool. Whoa. Okay, yeah, no, this is pretty good. What up, Mr. Barcelona and Mr. Singapore? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining the chat. We're just doing a last listen through of this track that we just made in the last 2 hours. Not bad. I'm tired of being alone so many hours with the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere. Yeah, I don't mind that. It's pretty fun. I'm tired of being alone so many hours with the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere. Yeah. So honestly, for a track like this, I might even just like pull the vocals and then send them over to a vocalist and see if something can happen here, because I think it's got potential for that. Hey, yo, Emily Mackis, if you're watching, let's collab. That would be the dream. That would be sweet. Oh, I just had an idea. I really want that to be a triplet, because I feel like that would add so much groove to this section, and that's what we're gonna try and do today. No, we want I want a BPM. Yep, and then we want a triplet flow. Right. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for. I will freeze that though, because Ableton has, CMFX has a tendency sometimes to just like absolutely just mess up everything. So I tend to like to freeze things when I do that. And then I'm just going to group that so I can put some, yeah. And then I kind of want to add some, like, just a little bit of distortion to that. Let's see how loud this is. Yeah, damn, that sounded good. So we haven't... Okay. I feel like that's also causing a little... Yeah, that also sounds a little weak, so we're gonna add some distortion, or saturation. I like to use this thing called a bit warmer. It's like a Ableton preset, but like it just works like magic. Anyway, back to, we're trying to get into mixing, so. Actually, for this, I don't know, I need to just put a bit. That's a little loud. Yeah, super fun, guys. And we hit the 2-hour mark. Let's go.
I'm tired of being alone so many hours with on the phone. I try to be there, but I miss you everywhere. I'm tired of being alone so many
Okay,
hours
this isn't
with
bad.
on the phone.
I feel like maybe we should add like another like outro vocal thing right there. So let's this is the last thing I'm gonna do, I swear. I feel like that outro needs a little bit more like juice, you know what I mean? Or it's not that it needs juice, but I feel like it's a little repetitive. I mean, that could just because I've been jumping around the track and just listening to the vocal over and over and over and over and over again. But I kind of want to go back to that pack that I was looking at. Let's see here. Likes. Oh, I didn't know. It's not the likes. I want all collection. Where is the vocal that we're using?
We had a absent.
Perfect. I want like a nice outro vocal.
So I'll be strong enough. So I'll be. But this time I'm gonna know.
So let's give me them dry vocals so we can process them.
I hope.
I do like that humming. Yeah, as like an outro, it'd be perfect. What am I? Holy crap. Okay, we do need to change this though, because we need to bring it up 2 semitones now. Or no, is it? No, just one. Just one. Never mind. I'm not a fan of that. Actually, you know what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen? Is we're actually gonna take another one of these. Actually, we're gonna freeze that too because I don't want Ableton to destroy that. Send me in all DNB. Send me a message. I'll send you all my tracks, my current tracks I'm working on, and we can wrap something up. I'm not performing at the SFU Music Festival, unfortunately. I wish I was. I wish someone would book me. Looking at you, Max. Forum homies. Why don't you guys book me, bro? No, I'm kidding. I'm sure it'll be a blast. What's going on? Oh. So something's happening here that I'm not a fan of. I mean, oh, I think it's just the timing of that. Okay, I think it's better just to find a new. Yeah, I mean, we could give that a go. See how that sounds. And then we need to bring it up. How many do we need to bring up? It's C sharp minor, so I think we need to bring it up. If it's C sharp, then we need to bring it up D sharp 4. So let's bring this up 4. Correction. I'd like that as an outro, but I kind of feel like I need like another. Like another kind of like a section here. There we go. Oh yeah, all right. Okay, so now we have our outro, which is perfect. I feel like it is a little loud. There we go, I like that. Nice. Sick, team. Let's do this. Alright. And then then, I mean, we'll just throw a quick little master on it just because we want to demo, or we want to create a little demo. So I love Ozone. I use this preset religiously. Just go to genre specific mastering, go to EDM, and it's like just the way that I mix, it just seems to work really well with this kind of preset. Just getting a loud master. Whoa, that's too loud, way too loud. So I'll bring this back.
I'm tired of waiting on so many hours. We talked on the phone. I try to be out there, but I miss you everywhere. I'm tired of waiting on so many hours.
Yeah, I mean, you listen to it right now. I can hear tons of things that are wrong with this.
But I miss you everywhere. We had our ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about it? Now I'm ready to grow.
I like it.
Ups and downs. It's time to let it go. Do you still think about us? Now I'm ready to grow.
Probably push it a couple more. Real talk. How many of you guys would actually like to finish this? Just out of curiosity, do you guys think this is something that should finish? It's like cool. I like this conceptually, but yeah, I think it still needs a lot more work before I can call it a finished track. Which is obviously, that makes sense. Okay, you know what? I think that's pretty good for the day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is actually a lot of fun. Actually, before I do anything, we gotta save this. And I have a terrible knack of just naming my ideas based on which number they are. So I'm gonna do DIB 106. But to make it memorable, we'll be like first stream heart, because this was a lot of fun and I actually had quite a blast. Yeah, we'll export it out just for this, just because we can. And I think we're gonna just call this, what was the lyrics again? Let's just pull a name from the lyrics. No more ups and downs. That's no more. No more. Interesting. It's strong enough.
I try to be.
Yeah, let's call it strong enough. I like it. I like that. Strong enough. Desktop. Boom. And yeah, that's the stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is wicked. I'll definitely plan on doing more like this. This is just the first stream, so I'm still trying to figure everything out. But the fact that you guys all showed up, it means a lot. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. And yeah, stay tuned for more. I'm definitely going to be doing more production streams like this. I plan on doing like music review streams and stuff like this as well. So yeah, if you like it, just send me a message. Let me know you liked it, and we'll keep on going. But until then, we'll see you guys.